Before the first rays of sunlight touch the horizon, before the world wakes up to rush hour traffic and smartphone notifications, there exists a rhythm of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. Welcome to the African village, where community is everything, where nature dictates the pace of life, and where ancient traditions breathe alongside modern dreams. I'm taking you on an extraordinary journey today, deep into the heart of Africa, far from tourist destinations, into the authentic daily lives of village communities that most travelers never see. This is Hidden Africa, and today we're revealing the beautiful, challenging, and inspiring reality of daily life in African villages. Africa, a continent of 54 countries, over 3,000 ethnic groups, and more than 2,000 languages. Yet when many people think of Africa, they often imagine only safaris, wildlife, and unfortunately, misconceptions shaped by limited media coverage. But the true heartbeat of Africa lives in its villages. Over 60% of Africa's population still resides in rural areas, maintaining lifestyles that blend ancient wisdom with contemporary challenges. Today, we'll experience a complete day in an African village. From the first rooster's crow to the last ember dying in the evening fire, we'll meet farmers, artisans, healers, and children. We'll witness traditions passed down through generations and understand the values that hold these communities together. So whether you're an armchair traveler, a cultural enthusiast, or someone seeking to understand the rich tapestry of human experience, stay with us. Subscribe to Hidden Africa, hit that notification bell, and let's begin this journey together. In African villages, the day begins long before sunrise. At approximately 5 a.m., when most of the urban world sleeps, village life is already stirring. Meet Mama Amina, a 45-year-old mother of 6 from a village in East Africa. Like millions of women across the continent, her day starts with fire. Fire for cooking, fire for warmth, fire that will sustain her family throughout the day. The morning fire is more than practical necessity. It's a sacred ritual. The first flames represent hope, renewal, and the continuation of life. Smoke rising carries prayers to ancestors who watch over the family. As the fire crackles to life, children begin to stir on their sleeping mats. In many African villages, children share sleeping spaces, siblings, cousins, and sometimes neighbors' children all together. This communal sleeping teaches sharing, cooperation, and the fundamental African principle of Ubuntu. Ubuntu, a philosophy that states "I am because we are," forms the foundation of village social structure. No individual exists in isolation. Every person is part of a greater whole. By 5:30 a.m., one of the day's most important tasks begins: fetching water. In many African villages, water sources can be several kilometers away. Women and older children make this journey daily, carrying containers that will weigh 20 kilograms or more when full. This water must serve all purposes: drinking, cooking, cleaning, watering small gardens, and caring for livestock. Every drop is precious, teaching conservation values that modern cities have largely forgotten. By 7 a.m., the morning meal is being prepared. Unlike Western breakfasts of individual portions, African village breakfast is communal, cooked in large pots and shared among family members. The most common breakfast across African villages is porridge, called uji in East Africa, pap in Southern Africa, or cocoa in West Africa. Made from millet, sorghum, or maize flour, this simple meal provides essential energy for the demanding day ahead. Notice how families eat together, often from shared bowls. Children learn patience, waiting for elders to begin eating first. They learn generosity, ensuring everyone receives a fair share. They learn gratitude, understanding that food represents hard work and nature's blessing. Before eating, many families observe moments of gratitude, thanking ancestors, thanking the earth, thanking the hands that prepared the meal. These small rituals instill values that stay with children throughout their lives. After breakfast, children have responsibilities before school. Some sweep the compound, others feed chickens or goats, still others help younger siblings prepare for the day. There are no children's chores and adult chores. Everyone contributes according to their ability. This responsibility teaches African children something profound. They are needed. Their contributions matter. They are valued members of their community from a young age. Education in African villages exists in two parallel streams, formal schooling and traditional learning. Both are valued. Both shape the complete person. Many village children walk several kilometers to reach school. Despite limited resources, sometimes lacking books, desks, or even proper buildings, the desire for education burns brightly. Teachers, often community heroes, work with minimal pay and maximum dedication. In these classrooms, you'll find some of Africa's future doctors, engineers, teachers, and leaders. Children who study by candlelight, who share single textbooks among 5 students, who see education as the precious gift it truly is. But formal schooling is only half of education. Traditional learning happens continuously, under trees, around fires, in fields, and through observation. Boys learn farming, animal husbandry, and traditional crafts by watching fathers and uncles. Girls learn cooking, child-rearing, and homemaking skills from mothers and aunts. Both learn the oral histories, proverbs, and wisdom stories that preserve cultural identity. Elders serve as living libraries, storing centuries of knowledge in their memories. Stories of ancestors, lessons about nature, moral guidance for life's challenges, all transmitted through the ancient art of storytelling. African proverbs teach in memorable phrases. It takes a village to raise a child. When elephants fight, the grass suffers. However far the stream flows, it never forgets its source. These proverbs shape worldviews and guide decisions throughout life. Agriculture remains the primary occupation in African villages. By mid-morning, fields are alive with activity, planting, weeding, harvesting, or preparing soil for future seasons. Most farming is done by hand, using tools that have remained largely unchanged for generations. The hand hoe, the machete, the wooden plow, simple implements that require strength, skill, and endurance. Look at these fields from above, a beautiful patchwork of family plots, each growing crops that will feed families and perhaps provide small income at local markets. Maize, cassava, beans, groundnuts, vegetables, diversity that ensures nutritional variety and protection against crop failure. Village work is rarely solitary. Women often farm in groups, turning hard labor into social time through conversation and song. Work songs establish rhythm, boost morale, and transform difficult tasks into communal experiences. Water management shows remarkable indigenous engineering. Terracing prevents erosion on hillsides. Small dams capture seasonal rainfall. Mulching conserves soil moisture. These techniques, developed over centuries, represent sophisticated environmental knowledge. For pastoralist communities, livestock represents wealth, security, and identity. Young herders guide cattle or goats to grazing areas, learning animal husbandry skills while protecting family assets worth years of accumulated savings. Beyond farming, village economies include numerous specialized skills. Blacksmiths forge tools and implements. Weavers create baskets, mats, and textiles. Potters shape vessels for cooking and storage. Carpenters build furniture and structures. Each specialist serves the community while preserving traditional crafts. As the African sun reaches its peak, life shifts rhythm. The hottest hours, typically between noon and 3 p.m., call for different activities. This isn't laziness, it's wisdom. Working through extreme heat wastes energy and risks health. Village people understand their environment intimately, adapting schedules to natural conditions rather than fighting against them. Shade time becomes productive in different ways. Women gather for handwork, weaving, sewing, or preparing foods that require less physical exertion. Men repair tools, plan future projects, or engage in community discussions. Children, released from school and chores, play traditional games. Mancala, the ancient counting game played across Africa with stones and holes. Running games, singing games, and creative play using whatever materials nature provides. In villages with local markets, midday can be trading time. Farmers bring surplus crops, craftspeople display wares. Vendors sell essential supplies. Markets are social centers where news spreads, relationships form, and community bonds strengthen. African village cuisine represents perhaps the world's most sustainable food system. Ingredients travel meters, not miles. Processing is minimal. Nutrition is maximized through traditional preparation methods. The main meal typically features a starch base: ugali, stiff maize porridge; fufu, pounded cassava or plantain; sadza, nsima, or posho, depending on the region. This provides essential carbohydrates for energy-demanding lifestyles. Accompanying the starch are vegetable stews rich in nutrition, leafy greens like sukuma wiki, okra, pumpkin leaves, or amaranth. Legumes provide protein, beans, lentils, groundnuts prepared in countless traditional ways. Notice the cooking methods. 3 stone fires efficiently direct heat. Clay pots distribute warmth evenly and add mineral content to foods. Slow cooking over hours develops flavors and tenderizes tough ingredients. Meat, when available, is special occasion food. A chicken might be slaughtered for honored guests. Goat marks celebrations. Fish, in lakeside or river communities, provides crucial protein. Every part of the animal is used, nothing wasted. Fermented foods play important roles: fermented porridges, preserved vegetables, traditional beverages. These processes developed before refrigeration provide preservation, enhance nutrition, and create unique flavors. African villages operate on social systems refined over countless generations. Leadership, conflict resolution, mutual support all follow established patterns that maintain harmony. Village councils, typically composed of elders and respected community members, make collective decisions. Major issues, land disputes, marriage arrangements, development projects, receive community deliberation. Consensus, rather than majority rule, guides most decisions. Harambee in East Africa, Ujamaa, Ubuntu. Different names for the same principle. Collective action for common benefit. When a family needs a house built, the community builds it. When someone faces medical emergency, neighbors contribute. When harvest comes, everyone helps everyone. Women's groups form crucial support networks. Savings circles rotate funds to help members afford major purchases. Skill sharing improves all participants. Social support helps navigate life's challenges. Men similarly gather, sometimes formally as councils, sometimes informally under the village tree. Knowledge transfers between generations. Young men learn from elders. Community issues receive collective wisdom. Spiritual life weaves through village social fabric. Whether traditional beliefs, Christianity, Islam, or blended practices, faith provides meaning, comfort, and community cohesion. Religious gatherings reinforce social bonds while addressing spiritual needs. As the African sun begins its descent, painting the sky in spectacular oranges and purples, the village enters its most social hours. Workers return from fields, children come home from school and play, the scattered community reconverges. Evening meals are prepared while the day's events are shared. The evening meal, often the largest of the day, brings families together. Cooking fires create gathering points where conversation flows as freely as the smoke rising toward stars. Students study by candlelight, kerosene lamp, or if fortunate, solar-powered lights. The dedication required to complete homework without electricity demonstrates the value placed on education. As darkness falls, the ancient tradition of storytelling comes alive. Children gather around grandparents who weave tales of animals that talk, ancestors who performed great deeds, and lessons wrapped in entertainment. Music fills African evenings. Drums communicate across distances. Songs celebrate, mourn, and commemorate. Dance expresses what words cannot. These aren't performances for tourists, they're authentic expressions of village cultural life. It would be dishonest to present only the beautiful aspects of village life. African villages face genuine challenges that shape daily existence. Access to healthcare can mean traveling hours to reach clinics with limited supplies. Clean water remains scarce for millions. Electricity is absent in many areas. Roads become impassable during rainy seasons. Climate change hits village agriculture hard. Unpredictable rains disrupt planting schedules. Droughts devastate crops and livestock. Floods destroy homes and harvests. Communities that contributed least to climate change suffer its worst effects. Young people face difficult choices. Cities promise opportunity but also uncertainty. Staying in villages means limited options but strong community. This tension between tradition and modernity challenges every generation. Yet resilience defines these communities. Faced with challenges that would overwhelm many societies, African villages adapt, innovate, and persist. Solar panels appear alongside traditional homes. Mobile phones connect remote areas to global networks. New farming techniques blend with traditional knowledge. Community support systems that once helped survive famine now help families afford school fees. Traditional cooperation takes new forms while maintaining ancient values. The future of African villages lies in the hands of young people who carry both traditional values and modern aspirations. Mobile technology leapfrogs infrastructure limitations. Farmers access market prices. Students reach online educational resources. Entrepreneurs connect with customers. Banking reaches the previously unbanked. Renewable energy transforms villages. Solar panels power lights, charge phones, and run small businesses. Clean energy stoves reduce indoor air pollution. Technology appropriate to village context makes life better while respecting traditional patterns. Communities increasingly drive their own development. Local organizations address local problems with local solutions. Outside support, when needed, comes through partnerships rather than paternalism. Education opens doors while communities work to create local opportunities. Agribusiness keeps youth connected to land. Tourism brings income. Technology enables remote work. The future need not mean abandoning villages. As night falls over the African village, as fires die to embers and families rest for tomorrow's dawn, we reflect on what we've witnessed today. We've seen not poverty to pity, but richness often invisible to outside eyes. Richness of relationship, wealth of tradition, abundance of community, resources of resilience. African villages offer lessons our modern world desperately needs. The importance of community in an age of isolation. The wisdom of living with nature rather than against it. The value of human connection beyond digital screens. At Hidden Africa, we believe these stories matter. We believe understanding leads to appreciation. We believe that by sharing authentic village life, we challenge stereotypes and reveal the true diversity of human experience. If this journey moved you, please subscribe to Hidden Africa. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our explorations of this magnificent continent. Share this video with someone who needs to see the real Africa. Leave a comment telling us what aspect of village life most surprised or inspired you. Until next time, remember, Africa is not a single story. It's a billion stories waiting to be told. Kwaheri, Safari Njema. Safe journey, friends.